Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a little demo on pipeline as code, on getting started with pipeline as code. It's a demo I made some time ago, like a year or a few years ago. And since then there's a lot of things that has been updated. So here is a walkthrough to get you started quickly. Um, and yeah, let's go. So first of all, like the prerequire, you need to have a kind of Kubernetes installed. So in this case, I'm using Kind, which works pretty well. You just need to create the cluster with Kind create cluster. You just need a Docker, and you get everything working. But you can use like something else, or even like something that you spin up like in the cloud or something like that. But the idea here is to make you started quickly, to try out pipeline as code without any friction. And yeah, and I guess yeah, you need as well like other things like a Tekton pipeline installed on the cluster. You get all the instructions on how to do that in the documentation of Tekton. And you need to have the Tekton CLI installed with the TKN pack installed. So as you see on the right, I have the Getting Started with Pipeline as Code guide, which is available on pipelineascode.com. So I'm just going to go over them, so you can follow it as well when you follow them, and you can follow the link directly there, for example here, like for the installation. So let me start, and I'm going to do TKN pack bootstrap. So first of all, like whenever you start a TKN pack bootstrap, it's going to try to detect if you have pipeline as code installed, and if you don't, then it would start to install it on the latest version. So let me do that. So it basically grabs the latest versions and it's applying it. And now that it's done, it asks you if you want to expose the pipeline as code controller to the internet as an ingress with an ingress object. So yeah, the thing is that we need to have a way to get GitHub access to the controller directly, and we assume that you're running on your laptop because you're trying like quickly. So Ghostme is a project I wrote some time ago to make it work, to make bridge between the internet and your laptop. And so it create like a service for that, and it generate like a the URL on that service URL, which is a hook.pipeline code. So let me do that. It's going to install, it generate one. Nice, like it detected like that we have a Tekton dashboard. That's what we use for following the pipeline as code runs and things like that, or the status and thing. So we want to use it, and that's it. That's from installation point of view. Now we are going to need to create a GitHub application. So there is many way to run pipeline as code. GitHub application is one of the way, and it's the preferred way. You are able like as well to use GitHub Webhook if you're not able to install or to create a GitHub application, or you can use other provider like Git, GitLab, and Bitbucket and things like that. But the GitHub application is the preferred way because it let us to interact with GitHub as extensively as possible. All right, so I need to create the application. So I need to create like some random name because it's a unique name across GitHub. And yeah, that's it. All right, so whenever like I create that, it's going to open your web browser on your laptop, and it's going to give you a link to click on it, which is going to connect to your GitHub account, and it's going to ask you to create a GitHub app. So that's on my own repo. So I'm going to create that, and here we go. It's installed, and now that we installed, like it automatically detected it, and it created like a secret, which is a secret that we have on the GitHub app, and just that just some indication that you need to do next, which what we're going to do. All right, so now that we created, we're going to open that just to have a look. We're going to see the app setting. Let me make it a little bit bigger here. All right, so what we did, we just created like a public link. We have a lot of things that we can customize if you really wanted. Here's like is the simple things. You can customize, like you can add like an image and stuff like that and things like that. And the most important thing is like you can see that we subscribe to the proper events that we need for GitHub application for GitHub for pipeline as code running on with GitHub apps, and all the webhook and events webhooks and the permission that need to be done, things like that. So yeah, it's pretty useful. One of the things that's useful is that you can watch the payload delivery in there. So that's something that to keep in mind if you want to debug and things. All right, so now let's go back on our getting started. We just finished to do the GitHub app application. Now what we're going to do, we're going to create like a new repo for testing, and we're going to use this pack demo repo as a template. So I'm going to create one. I'm going to call it pack demo as well. Is it available? Yeah, it is. Pack demo. We don't have to write, but anyway. And we can get started. I just created a repo. It should come up in soon. So now something that we need to do next. We are going to install our newly created GitHub apps on that repo. So basically, say that we want to follow. We want to have a pipeline as code handling the CI. That's a common thing that we do all the time, I guess. All right, so let me come back to the install part. So that's the URL that we have. We are going to do the install. I'm going to install on my repo, only the repo I just created. Let me do that. Okay. All right, and here we go. I just install on it. So now I have my pack demo just created in there. So it's just a random repository that has a what do you call that has some Go code inside it, and that has like some linting error. So usually you can't have unused variable just link like staying around in Go code. The linter is going to give you a hard time, and so that's wrong. So that's what we're going to test right now. So first of all, we are going to check out this repo, and I'm going to go to TMP, and I'm going to click on it. I'm going to use SSH for my case, not HTTP, and that's it. All right, so I just checked out the directory. Let me put that a little bit bigger. It's going to be easier for us. And yeah, as you see, my editor here like tells me that there is a lot of things that's bad, and that's actually what we're going to see as well on CI. But I'm going to create like a text on CI, and I'm going to use the tkn pack repository command. So yeah, as I say here, we are here. The tkn pack repository, that's going to create like what we call the repository CR. And that's going to say like, I want to have this repo handled by pipeline as code and tested in this namespace. That's actually ensuring as well the authenticity between the user and that repo. All right, so whenever you do tkn pack repository, it's going to detect where you're at, like with the Git information, and it's going to use it. So that's exactly the URL. It's going to ask if you want to run this pack demo pipeline. If it's not there, then it's going to ask you if you want to create it. And yep, that's done. It had detected as well, it's a Go application, so it's going to do some Go specific pipeline run example. And for example, we are going to open that file. So there's a lot of information that's a lot commented, but the main thing is like you need to understand is that we have some annotation where the annotation is like guides pipeline as code on how it works and what it needs to do. So for example, here it's going to say like on the event of pull request and push, and if it's matching the target branch is main, then automatically run this pack demo pipeline run. And there's a few other things that's useful. We have on resolver. which is a bit earlier than Tecton Resolver. The Tecton Resolver works as well directly, but we have this resolver that's be able to do remote resolution. It has a few differences with the internal resolver, with the internal Tecton resolver, but yeah, we use that like to fetch the Golang CI linter from the Tecton hub, and we could like add more stuff if you wanted. And one of the things that's nice as well, you're able to say like I want to keep only the last 5 runs. So usually people runs on Tecton like have a lot of runs, especially on the CI, and that makes it easier like to keep it in check. There's a few things that's a bit different compared to a normal Tecton pipelines run or pipeline in general. We have those parameters variable that are between a double bracket. That's a common thing for templating, and those template variables they are getting expanded to the to what the payload is coming from. You get everything that's documented in the pipeline as code documentation that explains you which one does what. So you can read through it. So here's like the repo URL is going to expand to pipeline as code no, github.com shmuel pack demo, and same for the revision is going to be the commit. It's going to be sent. Anyway, one of the things that's nice is that we are able to work transparently with private repositories, and because we generate a token automatically using the GitHub apps that's able like to check out private repos and things like that. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to commit it. All right, and I'm going to call it welcome to Pack. All right, so now like we just started, we're going to push that branch to our repo. That's the normal flow that you know for creating a pipeline, for creating a pull request. And now we're going to start the pull request. All right. So let's click on that to create the pull request. We don't need to do anything more. And now you'll see, now like hopefully pack is going to kick. Yeah, here we go. It just kicked. You get access to the Tecton here. I need to do fast because it's going to stop quickly. All right, so you can have access to the Tecton dashboard to follow what's going on. I think it just finished anyway, but oh no, it just didn't have the log. All right, so it's coming. Yeah, I guess it's fetching the thing, and it just did the clone, and now it's going to do the Golang CI. You can use the CLI as well. You get some links here. And to follow through, the Golang CI lint is started. It's scheduled. Yeah, I guess it's coming. All right, so just bear in mind, it's it should done. I think it's my laptop that's just a bit slow. Yeah, I think that's the problem, but it should come in a few seconds. Here we go. All right. Okay, so until then, I'm going to use the command line that they gave us here. And I'm going to see, I think it's fetching the Golang CI lint right now. All right, so yeah, that's done. That should be done. And yeah, the Golang CI lint is quite big. So you'll see that that there's a bunch of errors, and that the pipeline run when you go on the pull request, now it's done, it tells you that the fetch repository was good, and the Golang CI lint has an error. It gives you some of the last information. In this case, like it's not that useful, the last failure snippet, and it gives you as well links on the error, so directly. So on the main.go, that there is a use of println when it's like forbidden, and this is some dead code that we need to remove. So let us do that. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to edit my code. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to use Thank you for that to make it work. So here we go. We should not get any error now. All right, fix errors. And that's it. All right, so now that we launch it, we're going to have a new run starting soon, because we just fixed it. Yeah, the run has just started already. And now we are going to get the new run, and we see like if the error just get fixed. So bear in mind, it's like it's still running. The git clone task is finished, and hopefully your pipeline as code iteration is going to be good now. I'm gonna see how it started. It takes a while for that thing. Yeah, so let us wait. Now the pull request is here. And here we go. You see like it's green now. And it's been validated. All checks have passed. Now like that it works well. If you open the things, like it tells you that everything is green and it's ready to merge if you want so. So that's the getting started. As I say, if you go to the pipeline as code documentation, the getting started, you get everything that I just demo explained, and that's one way of the iteration. There's a lot of documentations of how things works, how to author pipeline run. So you get like a bunch of dynamic variables that's available. You can even have access to the full payload directly from as a variable in there. And yeah, you can the way the matching works as well works with those annotation, like I said before, on target branch on events. We even have like different like on path change or advanced use case that you want. We can even match a pipeline run on comment. So you can build like a whole application that interact with all the comments with all the comments that's happening on your pull request. So that's something that actually we have done with a project called the Pack Bootle that's trying to replicate some of the how commands. So you can do like assign and assign labels, and that's mostly a script that just takes the bootle here that takes the on command, and you just match it and you just pass it through. So it's pretty flexible, has a lot of different use case, different GitOps commands that does a lot of things, and you can have like custom parameters on the repo CR and like filters and things like that. It's pretty complete. You have different policies like access policies that you can specify, which match what you have on GitHub Teams. So that's just an overview. But as far as getting started, I encourage you to just click on this link and get started, and go from there to customize your pipelines and install it on your clusters and everything like that. All right. So thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any question.